Hello and welcome back to Game Chat. This is Brunner here. I got Anthony here.
Hello.
Unfortunately, our only other host is not here, Elite. He's going to be back next week, but today we're going to carry on. So, um, if for those who don't know, who've been keeping up, I'm back. I had a quick vacation to LA. I went to see the Chargers play at SoFi and I had a great time. Anthony, is there anything you want to ask me or anything?
I'm sure everybody wants to know how it is, like experience from entrance to exiting SoFi Chargers game. I've only been to one, and that was in Kurt Warner Stadium in Arizona. And that's when Nick Foles was still there and Chip Kelly. So I haven't been in a while, but Brunner said he had a great time. From the pictures he was showing me, it looked
Yeah,
really good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we Ubered to the stadium. It was $40. I mean, like it wasn't that bad for like the distance because we went like because I live like north. My family lives north Los Angeles. I'm not gonna say where, but and we had to drive through like the heart of Los Angeles. We took the freeway. Had no traffic going there. It was about like a 30-minute ride, $40. So it wasn't that bad. And then when I got to the stadium, like it's crazy like the skit like how big it is. And I only like went through like only like half of it. Like I didn't go through the other side because I know the other side has like a lake in it and all the other stuff. But I went to like I think like the north or the east side, right next to where the forum is, the Los Angeles Forum. And even the forum, like it's been there since like the 60s and 70s, and that thing's massive. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy because I'm like, oh, that's where Magic Johnson plays. But and then SoFi is like literally you cross the street, like you cross the street, you're at the forum, cross the other side of the street, you're at SoFi. And SoFi was like insane. And for those you don't know, it was my first NFL game. And me and my mom, we didn't know this, but they have a policy where you can't bring in bags. You have to have, if you want to bring in items, you have to have a clear bag.
Yep.
So we're like, oh shoot. So there's this like lady, like this like little Mexican lady selling clear plastic purses, and she sold one to my mom for $20. And then my mom's like, okay, what do I do with this thing if I can't bring them in? They're like, oh, we have lockers if you want to store them. So okay, we had to walk to the other side of the stadium, and then we had to spend another $20 to store a little empty purse. I mean, it wasn't huge. It was like it was a tiny purse. So we spent $40 like before even entering the stadium.
I remember my mom threw hers away. She just threw it away, dude. Because they gave her like an Arizona Cardinal one, but it
Hmm.
was just clear.
Yeah,
So she's just like, no point, and she just threw it away.
that's funny.
Or
No,
she
my
didn't
mom
care.
kept
Yeah.
hers and put in a locker.
Well, smart. Yeah, smart. She
Yeah.
should have. That's what mine should have done. But I mean, did you end up getting any food from there?
Yeah. So like I'm trying. We have a group chat, audio and video listeners of like the three of us, and I'm like sending pictures because these two have never seen it. They've only seen it on TV, and then like literally every 5 feet, I'm being asked, "Hey, can I see your ticket? Can I see your ticket?" And they're like, "Okay, go down the escalator." So I show my ticket, go down the escalator. Show my ticket again. Like as soon as I get off the escalator, I take 3 steps. Can I see your ticket? Okay, go down another escalator. We go down like 4 escalators to get to the art section. And like for when we were walking, because like they're like, oh, you go in there. And then we're walking and for like a brief second, like I see like the stadium, like the inside, and I'm like, that no way, like that doesn't look real. And, like it looked
Yeah, I
fake,
get
like it
you.
looked like a painting, like it
Yeah,
didn't
like a
look real
projection.
because it
Yeah.
was so still and like massive. So we get there, she's like, somebody tells us go over to these ladies and they'll give you a wristband. I have it right here. The SoFi Charger Stadium with the date, and it says SoFi Social Club on it.
Awesome, awesome.
And then they're like, oh, your seats are over there. And then they're like, there's complimentary food and drinks down below. And I was like, what? I was like, complimentary food and drinks. And so we get to the stadium, and like my mom literally screamed because she was so excited. And she's not a Charger fan, but she was like so excited, and she freaked the other guy out that was like walking by because she's that's how loud she screamed.
That's
And
good.
we
I'm
took
glad.
pictures, and it was like, I mean, the stadium's insane. And then so like when we got to our section, like nobody was there. And we're like, how come nobody's there? You know what I mean? And so we're chilling, and it's kind of hot because SoFi's not a dome, so like there's still heat can get it through. And then so my mom's like, "Well, I'm gonna go look for get us some food and drinks." Because before we sat down, I asked another guy. I said, "Hey, I'm like, where's the food?" And he told us he's like, "Oh, you're gonna go back where you came in, and there's food and drinks over there." But that's like for like the regular people, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so
the
I'm
regular
like,
people. You got the
and then
VIPs,
so
ladies and gentlemen.
And
That's
then I'm
why.
like, but that wasn't the complimentary food and drinks that the lady that told us was talking about. So me and my mom, we took pictures, and then um, my mom's like, "Well, I'm gonna go get us something to drink. I'm gonna go look for the complimentary stuff, right?" And then she comes back and she's freaking out. She's like, "Come on!" She's like, "There's a club. We have access to the club." And we didn't know before this. We like we bought the tickets because like they were like 350 each, like per person, to
Um,
sit like in the VIP section 4 rows up from like the glass, or for like like as close to players, because we were sitting behind the Jaguar sideline on the 50-yard line. And then so but we didn't know this at all, because the weeks leading up to it, like we were going to invite family members, but like family members were unsure. And then my mom's like, let's do it, like we need to get these tickets because they were like so cheap.
mhm.
So I had no idea. We go down like further beneath the stadium, and then the guys there, oh, and then there's ladies there, so asking like, can we see your wristbands, make sure you're one of us?
Mhm.
Because the section literally right next to us, my mom asked, it was a an older man, like a man in his like late 50s, maybe early 60s, and it looked like his grandson. And she asked him, he's like, where'd you get the food? And he told him like where that other guy told us, like where the normal people get the food.
Yeah.
And then so we're like, but those people didn't have access, they didn't have club, even though like we're literally sitting like a section next to each other.
Wow. Mm.
And then so we go to that club, and the club is like big, like white floors, white ceilings. There's a bar in the middle,
Nice.
and it's all you can eat food. Like they have a line, like it's like a buffet line. It's not
Mm.
self serve, I guess, because of COVID, but there's people serving you food, and then there's glass, and then like you can go out and sit and lean on the rail, and then you can like if you were like literally could jump and touch the grass. I mean, we were right
Wow.
behind the Gatorade coolers.
Nice. That's so bad. That's amazing.
Yeah. And then so my mom's freaking out, and I'm freaking out because I'm telling you boys, I'm like, boys, we got access to the club. And I didn't drink, but there was unlimited alcohol. And then my mom, she got some gin and tonics, and I just chilled with my Sierra Mist because unfortunately they have Pepsi products.
Shout out
And like
Pepsi.
we had a good time, and then we got to see the players practice, and then the whole thing was very like kind of emotional because the week before, for those who don't know, on a Thursday night football game, Chargers played the Chiefs, and Justin Herbert got hurt, and not like minor injury. It was a pretty significant injury where he's having rib issues, and so like no, they hadn't made an announcement yet. We were like literally sitting in our seats, and they still hadn't made the announcement yet that Herbert was
Yeah.
playing.
Wow, that's crazy. How scary, dude.
Yeah, because I'm like, because I sent a picture.
Mm.
I saw Chase Daniel, the back quarterback. He was warming up on the field. I saw Doug Peterson, and I yelled. I went, "Coach, coach!" You didn't hear me, unfortunately. I wanted to get a
Fine.
selfie, but yeah, that's okay.
Should have said Philly
And
special. I bet he would have turned
yeah,
around
I
and
would
been
have
so
told him, I'm
fan.
like, "You gonna run Philly, Philly?"
Yeah, I bet he would have too.
but I wanted a picture, but it's okay. And then and then the guys came out, and I saw, yeah, and then I was on my phone sitting in the club, and they announced like, oh, Justin Herbert's going to play, and I'm like, oh, thank God, because that's all I really
Wow,
wanted to see. Is I just like win or lose, I just want to see Justin Herbert play, because I would have been more upset if he didn't play and we lost. Like I would have been like, dude, I'm like, I'd be so pissed. But
you join
and
me.
then they Herbert came out, and I didn't realize, because it's TV, but he's massive. He's tall, and he's big. I think like the biggest guy I saw. Let me see if I can pull a picture up. His name is he's our like third string tight end. His name is Trey McNitty, and this dude was huge. He he's massive. Like, not he's not only tall, he's buff. He's like wide. Like I saw this dude because he was on kickoff, and he's huge. And and it's crazy. And then because we saw like them on offense, like in the huddle, and Herbert's the tallest dude there. And Eckler looks so tiny. He looks like a child, like next to all those big guys. Because Mike Williams is big too, and then all these offensive linemen. And then
Yeah,
I saw
dude.
Trevor. I saw Trevor. I got a bunch of pictures of Trevor because I
Was
was
he tall
like,
too?
yeah,
Huge.
he's tall, and like because he was like for a while like college football Jesus, and then now he's in the NFL, and I'm like, dude, that's Trevor. And then, but we had a good time. Um, Unfortunately, they didn't win. There were some fights at my game. There was one fight like because we were watching the game, right, and then like the dudes in front of us like kept turning around, and then and then we caught like the end of it where like the police are like pushing them out, but like the dudes are like still arguing to each other, and then
Was it a Charger like a Chargers versus Jags fan or?
I think so. I'm pretty sure that was it. And then there was another one where this Jags fan got into it, and like the Jags fan, like he was like sitting in front of us, like because we were row 4 and he was row 1, so he's sitting at the end of row 1 on the aisle, and he's getting into it with the dude like in the section next to us, and like they're like shouting. And I remember this because this was like because a 2 minute warning just hit in the fourth, so
Yeah.
they go to commercial break, right, and
Yeah.
the fight's still going on. And then like literally the Jaguars dude, he like lifted his shirt up like this, exposed his stomach, and he's like, oh, what are you gonna do, man? Come on, bring it. And like literally, because you like whatever Jaguars players are still there are literally looking up at us, watching them fight, like watching them argue. And want to give shout out, but not really, because this dude's now an enemy of the podcast. Evan Ingram. We locked eyes. We made eye contact. I smiled and waved at him. Dude, you're up like 20 points. And like, cause I'm like, dude, I literally went like this. I just waved at him. Like I went, hi. We locked eyes. And he was just like this, like not doing anything. And I'm like, bruh, come on.
That dude.
Yeah,
And you know
fuck Evan
what?
Ingram.
Today we just hit the shit out of him where he dropped the ball. Eagles beat Jags. This man was for Brunner.
Thank you. And,
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
and then there was this like Jaguars. That we were directly in the middle of our row. So there's like a Jaguars couple to the left of us, and they were all chill, like we really didn't interact, we really didn't say anything. And then there was this like annoying ass Jaguars fan, like talking all this shit. I'm like, dude, you literally won like fucking 7 games in the last 2 years, dude. Like, are you serious fucking talking?
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
like, you went to
Not even,
fucking 3 head coaches.
I was about to say if it wasn't for Peterson, they wouldn't
Yeah.
be good. So he shouldn't be
And
talking
like
shit.
and he was literally chewing off like his girlfriend sat to the left of him, so he's like literally like would talk to his girlfriend like constantly, be like, oh well, like, and explain everything. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, he's chewing her ear off, like nonstop talking. And I'm like, I felt bad for her. Not gonna
Oh
lie.
no, yeah, that's. I feel something crawling on me. I swear. Yeah, dude, that's like the worst person to sit next to. But
Hmm.
at least
But
he's the next to EDP.
yeah, but I had fun, unfortunately. And then um, after the game, we went back to the club. Got some more drinks, and they were like, it's funny. Um, like the staff, the kitchen staff, like they were getting rid of food. So like, I remember they gave some like cakes and
Really
cookies to like these little kids that went to the
nice.
club. So I was like, hey, I'm like, that's cool. And
No,
then
that's nice.
we caught the last bit. They had TVs in there in the club to show like other games and like highlights. And like we caught the last like 10 seconds of the Packers versus Buccaneers where Brady ran out of time. And then I took a picture with the machine where you pick the players, and I sent to the group chat. And
Nice.
because I just wanted to buy some time because I knew because we were gonna Uber back, and like literally like with like 30 seconds left in the game, and like to literally go from the same distance, it was like $150 just
Yeah.
to Uber back, like that surcharge. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, let's just buy some time, like let's chill in the club and do whatever. And then so we finished the game, and then we're like, okay, let's go to the team store and then get something. But they're like, no, 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 we close when the game's over. So I'm like, what the
Wow.
so unfortunately I didn't get anything. I didn't pick up anything, but I'll be back. um
Yeah.
so we go back and we're walking out, and like I'm like, oh, let me get one last picture of like the stadium empty. And then up at the top I look up, and there's Shad Khan and his son, and I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
And
Tony
like
Khan. Yeah, his
literally,
son Tony Khan, the AEW owner, ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen.
And then like literally there's like a billionaire within like 5 feet of me. And then like I'm freaking out, and I couldn't remember his name for the life of me. Like the first thing that came to my mind was AEW, so I couldn't yell out AEW.
It's just yeah, you could have honestly. You could have been like AEW rocks, and you would have been like,
Yeah, I should something, but
yeah,
I
dude.
was like Shad Khan, and then I took a picture of him. But like literally, there was nobody in the stadium. So like, if I would have remembered his name, I could have he would have saw me, and we could have grabbed his
Oh
son. But
yeah, he would have said something. It
I
was
was freaking out because I was like it's like one of those, like I didn't expect to see him, and like my mind like had
you
a
would have
brain
froze.
fart because
Yeah.
he sat behind us the whole time because we went back to our row, we went back to our section, and like we were apparently in front of the owner's booth for the Jags, and I could have so like this literally this whole time I'm watching the game, I could have turned around and saw Shad Khan and his son watch the game.
No, yeah, dude. He straight up would have said like, "Oh, what's up?" You would have said AEW rocks.
Yeah.
But you know what's stupid? That they close the shop right when the game ends. It's like you would
Hmm.
think, you know.
Yeah.
But was the food good at least? No
Yeah,
cold. No cold.
the food was good. They have hot dogs. I'm gonna put it on right now. The hot dogs were pretty good. But it was just cold because they just had them laying out. Um, they had a penny pasta with green pesto. My mom said it was just good, and my mom said that the chicken wings were good. And she said when she took a bite out of it, like the bone just fell off.
Ooh,
So
nice.
yeah, and then they had nachos, and like they weren't that good for SoFi Club. I'm just gonna say it.
Cheese was cold.
Like they tasted like I went to like the normal concession stand. Like for a club, I'm like, come on. But their desserts were good. They had a like a lime and raspberry cake, and that was good. The I had sprinkle cookie, was all right. Raisin cookie was surprisingly better. And then they had like the middle section was like fruits and cheeses. They had a pretty good spread.
Oh, that's cool. But all that food there, I'm sure you could easily
Yeah,
rub.
I
Yeah,
mean, we definitely enjoyed it because I
that's
I
good.
told my mom like leading up to it because I saw like NFL on Fox or whatever, or CBS on Fox, CBS NFL. They posted like all the beer prices at the NFL stadiums, and then at SoFi it was $10. So I remember telling her, I'm like, "Hey, you can buy $10 beer." She's like, "I don't know, maybe." But hey,
And
she got
she
a
took
mixed
advantage
drink
of
and it
that.
was free.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you guys have a good time. I'm
Mhm,
proud that Bruno had a great time. He deserved it. LA is beautiful, except the homeless. He
mhm.
saw homeless in the
Yeah,
campus.
we saw. Yeah, we went downtown. Uh, like a bunch of homeless, and so we're like, hey, since we're downtown, we didn't go super downtown, but we went outside downtown, and we went to the USC campus, and the USC campus was huge. I mean, we have UTEP. Like I've been to UTEP before, like twice now. UTEP's pretty big, but for those who don't know, like it's strange because the UTEP campus design is like Asian, like East Asian, like inspired, where there's like temples and stuff like that. And I'm like, we live in a desert. I'm like, why
Mexican
would
desert too.
yeah, we live in a desert like nowhere near like they have koi ponds and stuff like that. I'm like, we live in a desert. I'm like, why not like Adobe or like Spain inspired, But I mean, it's just very interested. And then where USC is the traditional college style, like Greek Roman architecture
Hmm.
with like brick buildings and like columns. And I'm like, dude, this is super nice. I
Yeah,
went to the yeah, we went to the team store, picked up the sweater,
it looks clean.
Nike sweater, super comfy.
Juju, nice.
Picked up this hat.
Looks really good. That one looks really good. Should I wear that? I'm not even a college fan. I wear that.
Yeah, and then apparently this is the trend now in California where like they're going like cashless. Like they didn't take cash or like cash or change, and it was the same thing at SoFi too, where they're like, oh, because my mom's like, oh, I have $20 cash for the locker, and he's like, no, we only take cards. Yeah.
California's weird. Did you experience the cardboard straws?
No, no, we went to Starbucks, but I should have asked for a straw
Yeah,
because
dude, it's gross. I
that's
remember
funny.
drinking soda from a cardboard straw, and I was like, "What is this?" I just took it off
Yeah,
and drank that
cardboard.
instead.
Yeah, a cardboard and paper straw.
Tastes like wood. Like I'm drinking wood.
Yeah,
I mean, that was just me though. But that was when I was in Disney. But hey, I
yeah,
mean, like Californians, you guys. Let me know. Let us know down in the comments what you think. And have you tried plastic straws? I know it's bad for the environment, but you can just drink off the lid if you don't want it.
yeah.
That's what I
Just
was.
make like those Starbucks lids where they
Yeah,
have the hole in it,
yeah.
and then you just drink out of it. You could do
Starbucks
that
is good.
so it doesn't go up a turtle's nose. But um, I enjoyed my time in California. Um, where my mom's definitely hooked. She wants to go back, but she's like she wouldn't sit up or like to the left or to the right. She's like, no. She's like, if I'm doing it, I'm going to do it at the club again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because we like, I know for people are thinking like, why the Jaguars? Those were the cheapest tickets. If like we're like, okay, well, I want to go see like the Chiefs when the Chiefs come into town. They were like in that section, our seats they were like 800 a piece, or ours were like 350.
Each 800
Yeah,
each. Wow.
850 each. Mine like not including the taxes, not including like the BS fees that those like online sites charge you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
literally like, and then they're like, okay, what about the Raiders? Same thing, like 900.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What about the Rams? 1,000 each.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. It's insane. And I think it's just the Jags because the cheapest tickets this week, which is the week we're recording, is week 4, and it was Eagles at. I'm sorry, Jags at Eagles, and the Jags. I guess they don't bring anything to the pay per view.
Yeah. So Yeah, so that's my update. We kept saying in the podcast, Brunner's going to LA. Brunner, we're going to talk about it. And yeah, that was my time at SoFi, my very first NFL game. Had a bunch of fun. Hopefully next time when I go, they can win a game. But
Yeah, they
hey,
will.
fingers crossed.
Herbert's a dog, though. It's
Herbert's a dog.
it's amazing how he was able to do that. Oh, and update: he never flew. It was a drive. It was a drive. So it was a good road trip. Safe drive. He saw
Mhm.
Arizona, Suns and six. That's all I gotta
Yeah,
say. But we're all happy that Bruner had a good time in LA. Also, Bruner needs to go to Vegas. Enemy turf,
yeah,
like in
I'm down.
Chargers. I'll even go with him to see the Chargers and Raiders game. I'll even wear a Philip Rivers Chargers jersey. Yeah, let's go, dude. I'll be in
Yeah,
there.
we'll get you Darren Sproles Charger jersey.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, that would be amazing. I would rock that, and I would defend the Chargers too. And you could
Yeah,
wear
there you
Drew
go.
Brees. You wear Drew Brees, and I
So
wear that.
yeah, yeah, there you go. Maybe one day all three of us can go.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Check out our socials at Instagram at Game Chat Pod. Check out the YouTube. Um, thank you as always. Subscribe. Give us a follow.
Oh yeah, thank you always. Shout out Bruner, like always. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Appreciate the shorts, likes out of nowhere too. So hope we made your week again. Shout out that comment.
Yeah. Shout out to homie. I'll put you on screen.
Nice.